Allison Pryor, and I teach acrylic paintings for the beginner, step by step, so you can follow along with me in real time. And today I'm going to show you how to paint this beautiful flower and flower pot. It came second in my voting for my subscribers on YouTube, and they decided that this would be the second one. Most of the votes came in for the owl, which is it's up now. And so let's get started painting. Now all you need for this painting is the colors of red, yellow, and blue as your primary colors, and white and black, so, and some brown and green. So if you have the burnt umber, sap green, ultramarine blue, cad red, and cad yellow, that will be good, but you can use whatever you want to use, whatever colors you have there, as long as you got your primary colors and some brown and green and white and black. That would be all you would need. And the brushes that you need, that'd be nice to have, would be a flat brush, synthetic or nylon or sable, whatever. Nice. See how shiny and it springs back. See how shiny they are. And a filbert brush. And you might say what sizes? Well, like I say, the sizes could be different brands have different sizes, so as long as they work for your canvas that you're working on. If I work on 11 by 14, I'll use fairly small brushes. And if you have a bigger nylon brush, it's probably a size 12 or so. Like I say, it's different sizes for different brands. And a bristle brush. And bristle brush will help you move your paint much easier and better. And that's the brush that I use with my name on it if you want one of those. And I'll also leave a link down below in the descriptions in case you want to go to my Amazon shop and pick up some of those filberts and a few brushes that I use. So I will get started on the painting. Now first of all, we'll decide where we're going to have our table. So I'm going to tape it off with my handy dandy painter's tape, and I'm going to pick a spot where I want my table. So I'm just going to lay that there. I think that should be good. So we'll get started on this painting, and I want to decide where I want the table. So I'm just going to put a table down here to lay that pot on there. And so this canvas here is a little bigger. That's 11 by 14. This one is a 9 by 12. Okay. So what we'll do first is we will paint the bottom of this. You can have it black. You can have whatever color you want, as long as they're dark colors. So if you like that dark color look. So take out your 1-inch bristle brush, or any bigger brush to put your paint on, and just put on some black paint down here, just so we can have a dark background. Sort of gives it that Renaissance look. And if you don't want pure black, you can certainly add blue, add a little shine to it. You don't want pure black, so you can add color to it if you like. You don't have to be pure flat black. Probably would look much better with some blue added to it. There we go. That didn't take long, did it? That's all you have to do for your bottom. Now take off your tape. There we go. And we will start the top of the canvas. So we'll use the same brush. Now for the background, we can also take some black, and we'll put more blue in it this time. I'm just going to go up and down. You can put it on whatever way you want. Get it down here. We'll make it a little lighter down on the bottom here. So maybe we could add some black, some blue, a little bit of white, so that we can have distinguish between the table and the background. Okay, some more blue. We'll just get that bottom part done first so we can, like I say, so that we can see the difference between the table and the background. Okay, good. Let's just get some of that in there. Now, if you're finding your bristle brush is not working for you, you can also use your big synthetic brush. This one here, chiseled edge. That way you can get it close to the edge here. It'll be much easier for you. Okay. There we go. So we want to get it so that you know the table is not as light as the background. So I'm going to add some more blue. Now I'm going to add some more black and some more blue. Black and blue. And go up and down. And I'm going to transfer to my bristle brush. I do find that the synthetic brush doesn't move the paint as good as I would like it, okay? So I'm going to transfer to my bristle, but you can use whatever brush you want as long as it's big enough to put on your paint. And as long as the paint, but see how much better that moves? You'll notice it yourself. So take a good learning lesson for you, because you might be trying to put on paint sometime and you'll be like, how come that won't move? And it could be your brush. Bristle brushes move the paint really, really good. So I'm going to keep adding a bit more blue just to see. Isn't that nice? Can you see that? There we go. Just working with a bit of black and blue for now. You can also add other colors after. Right now, I'm just going to get a black and blue background. And I'm going to go up and down to get those kind of stripes almost, you know, you can see the stripes almost there. Up and down. Like I say, you can have whatever background you want. As long as it's got a nice little darkness to it, so that the flower will stand out. Good. Okay, more blue. Don't take long to do backgrounds. Backgrounds are pretty simple. See? So you got a bit of... Now we're going to add a little bit of color to that. So take your dirty brush, if you like, and add a bit of red. And now while that's wet, try to keep it wet, okay? And we'll add a little bit of red to it just to give it some color. See that? A little bit of white. Yeah, I'll give it a purplish, reddish color. There's all these little colors going on there, up and down, up and down. Get more red if you want it. Those little streaks of red look really, really nice. See that? Hopefully you can see that, because it looks brighter. In real, the video may show it not as nice and bright. Kind of like the red. I'm going to add a bit more red maybe over here. There we go. Just putting on a little bit of red. Some more blue. Streaks of blue. So, now we get some color going on there. See, isn't that pretty? Now you can add any other colors you want. And I'll leave that. I was thinking maybe a little bit of green might be nice. I'm not sure, but let's try it anyway. Can't hurt too much. Let's put a little bit over here. There we go. That's pretty. A little bit here. I'm sort of just throwing in a few streaks. I'm not doing very much, just these streaky backgrounds. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, well, I'll leave that at that, and you can decide what you want for your background, but that's how I did that one. Now here's the pot that I'm going by. It's the one I have in my house. See? Isn't that cute? Well, when I seen it, I said, oh, that might make a nice painting. There we go. And that's the top. That's the leaves. So hopefully we can get that to look something like that. And there's the painting that I did. So there we go. So you can do that in your house too. You can look around for some pots or some flowers that you have around, or some pictures that you took, and try to paint them and see what happens. You know, it's just a fun project to do. Now when your background is dry, take a piece of chalk and draw out your pot. So I can send you a pattern if you're finding it hard to draw it out yourself, but let's decide how big we want our pot. So maybe here, with chalk, at least if it doesn't look good, then we can always change it. Let's just take that and draw a line from here to here. Good. And then the line on the bottom will be smaller. So we'll just take a little mark, see where we think it might go, and maybe we'll do it a little bit. See, you can fix your mistakes. I might make it a little. There we go. Let's try that, and then a line over, and then we'll join up these lines here. There we go. And take that one and come down to meet up with that. There we go. A little crooked, but we'll fix it up as we paint it. So we'll put a little top on there. Make a little dot out on this side and on this side. And we'll come over again, and then we'll join that down here. Now, that looks a little crooked there, so we'll fix it. So with chalk is great because you can make adjustments. So just take it out with your damp brush. Good. And then just take your chalk and bring it down like that. Now we got a pot. Now for our pot color, let's see some blue. Take a bit of blue. I'm just using my synthetic brush right now to see how that works. And some brown. It's almost equal amounts. And some red. And some yellow. Now, we may need to adjust those colors. So we'll add a little bit more blue, a bit more brown. Till we get the color. You might say, well, how do you know what colors to put together? Well, just keep mixing the colors together to see what they look like. Let's try that much for now. Just put that on there. See? It's a nice color. Let's get some more paint if we need it. There we go. And those chalk lines will come off when we're ready. All right. There we go, keep doing that. Mix your colors again if you need them. Good. Keep it going. So you can adjust your colors if you don't like that color. You can always put another color over it. Now, just keep putting your colors on. Don't worry too much if it doesn't look perfect at first, because you have to make adjustments after. Good. I'll put a little bit on top there. Keep that line there so you know where the darker shade goes. Now, and it's good that your colors are not going to be exactly the same, because it will give the pot an old look to it. So I'm just going to add a bit more yellow. Add that to the center here. Trying to get a kind of an old looking pot. There we go. We'll make some adjustments in a little while. Good. Just put paint over paint. Just layer your paint. Now we got that much done. We'll get it to shape up there now in a minute. I just add a little bit of black to your dirty brush, just so we can get that little part in here separated. So a little bit of black added to your dirty brush. Put a little shadow in here. Separate that. Here we go. Good. So we can lighten up the center of it there by adding a bit of yellow to our mixture that we used for our pot. We'll just add more yellow, and we will bring over some yellow. Good. We'll blend that in a little bit. Alright, let's get that so you can see. Now wet your brush. Don't need any more paint, just wet your brush so we can just sort of blend that in there. Okay. And I'm painting across because it gives it a nice texture. Now let's get some brown and some blue and a little bit of black. Brown and blue, blue and black. And we will find some shadows. Let's just put some here. Drag that over into there. There we go. Alright, that's that side. And I will do the other side with a bit of black and a bit of brown, because the other side I think I'm going to make a shadow. And light be maybe on this side over here on the right, so we'll leave that a bit lighter on that side, and the other side we'll make it a little darker by adding brown and a little bit of blue and some red. Experiment with your those colors I told you about. Touch and pull over, touch and pull over. You get better texture if you do it that way, okay? Touch and pull over. It's because we're trying to get that old weathered look. There we go. Clean off your brush. And no paint, just clean your brush. We're still using the same brush, synthetic. Just touch that and pull it over. Blends in with the rest of it. There we go. Now I'm going outside the lines, which I shouldn't be doing. See? So I'm just going to add a bit of clean it up on that edge there. Just go in with the background. So you have to do some adjustments. And I want to show you, you know, I don't want to make the adjustments and not, you see what I'm doing? So I want to show you that. So we're getting there. Now it's coming out pretty nice. You might want to do other things with it, but that's your basic idea of making that pot. The main colors that I used for that pot was your brown and your yellow. Yes, your brown and your yellow and your blue and your red. And I'll put that down in the description so you'll know what colors I use for that pot. And you keep working with those colors and you'll get some really nice old grayish looking color, and then you can add the glazes on top of it and it'll make it really pretty. So I'm just going to mix a little bit of black and blue and brown. Still got that grayish look to it, but I'm going to try a little bit of white to brighten it up a little bit, because I want to make sure I got some shadow over here, you know, because we're trying to decide where the light is and where the shadow is. Alright, and it would be shadow on this side if the light is coming in on that side, on the right. So we want to keep some shadows. So it's a little bit of work to this pot, but if you can find an easier way, you go right ahead. But you know what, even if you don't use all these techniques, you can still learn and have some fun with them. So that pot is, in my opinion, is what I'm going to just keep it at there now. So I think I'll leave it at that. There's lots more you can do, but I think I kind of like that. We need a little bit of highlight up here. You see that up there? Let's do that. Let's add a little bit of a glaze, our bright glaze, and we will add that to the edge here just to brighten it up a little bit, because we don't want to lose what we have underneath there. So it'll just brighten it up a little bit, and you get to keep it. If you need a couple of glazes over it, let one dry. If you want to do glazes, make sure that the glaze that you did first will dry before you go ahead and add more glazes on top of it, okay? So that's about that. And finger painting today, look at that. Alright, good. So now next we'll add our leaves. We leave the flowers to last, but we'll add our leaves right now. And I'm not sure, but I'm thinking maybe we could draw out where we want them first. Make it a bit easier for you. just take a piece of chalk. So we want to have some leaves coming out of the pot, hanging down over the pot, even like that. You can always add more after. I don't know, maybe we'll add one hanging off of here, one here. The big one is going to come here. And then you got your little flower in the middle here. And we'll have some stems coming off of that. And we'll have our other big one coming off over here. Around here somewhere. And a few little ones coming out over here. Maybe a couple coming up here. We'll have a look at the real one right now and see where all these nice leaves are coming from. So let's look at this. Let's look at this. So there's the two big ones. So we got that one out here and that one out here. Good. And we got a bunch of them everywhere. There is, let's turn it this way. Maybe it needs to go this way. I think that must be the way I had it when I was painting it. Because that leaf is coming off this way, and that one's going up. See? And now we have a bunch coming up in the back. So when we get this one done and we get the flowers on, we'll add more if we have to. Alright. Oh, look. It's almost the same size. Color's a little different. You can go with the more of a brownish beige color, but it's got kind of a purplish look to it. There's so many different colors in this, so you'll have to... There's your shadow right here. See? There's your shadow. And the light is different here, but so we have to make up our own mind where the light is coming from, because I don't see any shadows there, but I do see the shadows from the leaves. See them? There they are. Okay? See? There they are. So that should help. And then we'll do those little flowers after. Cute little flowers. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. Now I have a flat synthetic and a filbert. And they're pretty small. You know, there's sizes on. Like this one says 12, but I mean if I said 12 to you on another brush it'd be huge. So it's just a small brush. So I can't go by the sizes. I found that out. That all the brushes are different sizes, different brands have different sizes, and if I say 12 in one, it might be huge in one and small in another. So we have to judge it by your painting. So let's try the two different brushes and see what kind of better results we get with each one of them. So let's try the flat sable first, chiseled edge. All right. Let's put some green. You can use sap green, or you can use a medium color green, or whatever green you have there. Okay, I'm going to try the green on one side of my brush and yellow on the other. Okay, just to see what happens. I love experimenting and I want to show you, see what happens. So with the green side down, let's take our chiseled edge and go over that line there and make a nice and lift. Okay, that's one. Reload and we'll try another one. Let's go with this one here. Chiseled edge, come around, follow your chalk and lift. Oh, nice and bright too. I want it to be bright because I want you to be able to see it. I see one right here. Push and lift. Yeah, these are the little skinny ones coming off here. They sort of skinny off on the ends there, so if it's not skinny enough, just go back over it and pull it out. Go back over and pull it out. See? That'll make it a little skinnier on the ends. And let's see what else we got here. Let's try this one here. Green side down. Pull out and lift. Alright, and if you don't get your ends skinny, just go back over them. Just touch and then pull down gently and lift. Just get almost, it's like you're going to the very tip of your brush as you're coming off, okay? Hopefully that helps you. And let's try this one. Down, around we go. And I'll lift it up. So you're trying to lift it up on the edge. Now, the light's over here, so I should have made that a little brighter on that edge there. So I'll just do it again. See, you can go over your stuff. Over and over and over. And the light could be shining down there. It's okay. Maybe there's another one back here. Will we draw it out with a piece of chalk just to be sure? Because we got a big leaf going here. Maybe we could join that up somehow. I don't know. Let's just put that there just to get it out of the way. And this one too. So let's just say they're there. So, and then there's another little one, I think, coming out here somewhere. So you could put them wherever you want. And touch and over and down and out. Cool. And there's one right here. Green, yellow, and green side. Let's see. Yeah, green side down. All right, and pull up, and out. Oh, there you are. Sorry. That's okay. Now, let's see. Let's get this one out of the way. So, green side on the, no, let's go with the yellow side because the light's coming in. The yellow side on the right. Touch on your brush and pull down. Cool. And then we will do another one over here. They're just coming off everywhere, so you can pull them off wherever you want to. And let's try our filbert brush for another couple. Just see what works, because I mean, some of you guys out there may not have a filbert brush. So I want to show you that you can have, as long as you got a flat brush, if you got filbert, that's wonderful. If you don't, well then, make sure you got, when you go out to buy some brushes, make sure you got synthetic brushes and bristle, okay? That's all you need. You don't need to spend a fortune. So, let's see. Maybe there's one coming off here. I found with the chiseled edge flat, it gave me better, I found it had a little more better control. So these filberts are great for making flowers. We'll probably use them on our flowers up here, okay? Just want to show you. Now we got to get this one nice. Now this one here. So let's see how we can get that really nice. Let's take our green. A little bit of yellow, and we will pull up. You can pull up or down. So we'll go on that line there just to get the shape. There we go. And then we'll make another one underneath it. And because the shadow is going to be underneath, we could also add a little bit of blue to darken up that green a bit. If you got sap green, it's probably pretty dark anyway. So don't get any more yellow. Just go with the, oh, I got water. Go with the green. Good. And then as we go down, let's add a little more blue. So we, or, you know, try to get your yellow, sorry, your green a little darker. And then pull up. So we're getting the big one there shaped up. I like to get that a little more darker on the bottom there. There we go. Doesn't want to, so I'll clean my brush off really good. I'll pick up some more blue and green. And if it doesn't go dark for you, then wait for it to dry. Okay. Good, and now we'll take some green. And we will pull some of that green back into it. And we're going to go back and forth to get the shapes and colors that we want. Highlight a bit with a small bit of yellow. Alright. We want to put some color on there so it gives the leaf a bit of texture. See? Good. A little more yellow. So the yellows will be on the top. There we go. Just play with it until you get what you're looking for. And just the main thing is to keep the top a bit light, and then you got some medium in the middle here, but the top is the lightest part, and then the bottom is darker. Okay, they get 3 values, and then you'll get a leaf that it's got a bit of highlights, gives it a bit of three-dimensional, is what you call it? Three-dimensional. Alright, so let's do the other one. That's this one here. This one here has a bend to it, so let's get our green on. And a little bit of yellow. So we want to start at the top. And we'll come underneath here and we'll pull out that. Good. See how the chalk, it's a good help, isn't it? Alright. Just pulling it out there. Just getting into green. Going into my green. Just filling it in to get the shape. And then we can do our highlights after. Because you try to get everything perfect the first try. You get disappointed or frustrated because you think that it should be perfect the very first time, but paintings don't work like that. You have to get your shapes and everything first. You have to get it to, to work. You have to go over places where you think it might need adjustments, like I'm doing here now. See? Just making adjustments. And then I'm going to lay a little bit of a light color on top of this. There we go. Then I'm going to just pull in, bring it down into it so that it gives it a medium color. And then we're going to get a dark color. Shadow it up down underneath here. Make your green really dark, even if you have to use a bit of black or something to, because the blue is not darkening it enough. So try a little bit of black, not too much. Let's darken it up a little bit more here. Get rid of the chalk line. There we go, just a little bit. And a little bit here. Tell you the truth, I'm not real fussy about that black, but I'm not too worried. I might even add a little bit of brown and red. I'm just experimenting now while you're watching, so brown and red and blue. Let's see what that looks like. Now a little bit more brown. I don't know, I'm just trying to get a few dark colors underneath. So you don't have to go by these colors. I kind of like just a really dark green. Just a really, really dark green. Alright. That's all you need. So dark, dark green. And that will give you your shadow color underneath. See how I have to make adjustments? If I don't like something, I'll take it out. So that's what you got to do. You got to go back and forth and get what you're looking for. Let's put a little bit of a highlight on top of here. Just grabbing a little bit of yellow and green. And I'm going to grab that up here. Highlight that top part. Move it around a little bit. A little bit here. because like I say, we're trying to figure out where the light is coming, so if the light's coming in through here, it'll probably be grabbing the top of that flower, that leaf. Just make little strokes, you know, just play around with it so that you don't lose all your underpainting, you know, your other colors. I'm using my brush like this, not like that, like this. If I want more, just pull it in here, just little strokes, just to pull them in there and blend them in a little bit. This is probably where you can start using your blending gel, if it helps. Alright. So you can have as many of these coming out. Yep. Alright. Let's extend this here right to the very top. It's better. Give more room for flowers. Good. Where else do you think we could put some more of these in? Let's see, let's see. Maybe there's another one coming out here. Maybe there's another one coming here. There. Maybe there's another one up here. And that looks kind of lonely here. Just gonna put another one here, maybe another one here. Let's try that. So just get a bit of green and pull that one out from behind here and here. A bit of green, a bit of yellow if you need it. These are in the back, so you might want to leave them kind of shadowy. Probably a couple of shadowy ones in the back here. Alright. You put some shadowy ones in there that'll give it more dimension. Alright, that's cool. Now let's get our filbert brush. Try a few flowers. Now, see, the nice background brings out the nice greens. We can highlight them again. The small filbert brush that I have here, I'm going to take the back of my brush. I'm going to tap into some green, a little bit of yellow. That's all I'm doing. I got a messy palette here, so I'm just tapping into my green, tapping into my yellow. And then I'm going to make a center for one of my flowers to get us started. Let's put one right here. Okay, so it's a center for your flower. Okay, if it's not green enough, just tap in a bit of green there and yellow. That's your center. Alright, and good. And now let's take our filbert and put, you need shadow, and when you got white you need some shadow color. Alright, so let's go with white. And if you got a dirty brush, you don't really need to do much of anything else, but you can add a tiny bit of green for your shadow color in your white. Alright, let's try that. Let's see. We'll just take our brush this way. Okay, not that way for now. Just flip it up like this. And then we'll take one here, one here, one here. So it's just touch and pull, touch, push and pull, or touch and pull. And then we'll do another one in between those. And keep going. Now you can put any kind of flowers you want here, okay? So I'm just putting some flowers in here. Yep, you can put whatever you want. I'm just putting some more between what I already did to fill them up a little bit. There we go. It kind of gives it a nice full flower look. Alright, and then we're going to take some yellow. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a toothpick and put little yellow dots on that. So you can put some green on there first if you like. And then some yellow. Yellow, yellow, come out. So you use a toothpick, it gives you a little more control, so you don't have to try to get that brush to do what you want it to do. Okay, so that's that one. We're going to highlight that now in a little while. Some of these petals overlap each other. Right? And I'm trying to get you to see them. There they are. And you can, so they overlap, so you can see little bits of green in there and yellow, see, in between. Now these are fake flowers, so I mean, you know, you can do whatever kind of flowers you want. See the green in there and the yellow? See that? Isn't that cute? And see the shadows and the way the leaves are? Alright. So, you know, try to get it as close as you can if you want to, or just use it as a reference. So don't worry too much. So what we're going to do is add some more. Alright, we'll add some more. And they sort of go all around. So let's put in another. Dip the end of your brush, the end of your brush here, and let's go find somewhere else where you want to put another flower. I don't know, let's put one right here, and let's try that one. So pick up some white on your dirty brush, so you have a little bit of a shadow, and then put in some more petals. One. This time you can just touch if you like. Look, see that? You can overlap the one you have there, it's okay. Just touch and touch. And then go in between just to get it nice and full. Touch, 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 touch. I just need more paint, that's all. There we go. Now, when that dries, we'll be adding more leaves and things to it. More shadows and stuff. So with the filbert, you can just touch and it'll make the leaves for you, okay? So, put some green in the middle here so we can have a little center. And then we'll take our toothpick. We'll add some little bits of yellow. We'll be able to do more of that now when it dries, because when it's wet it'll probably just blend in with the green. So where else? Let's see. Maybe there's one over here on this edge. Okay, so you put on this first and it'll make it so much easier for you. Alright, so pick up your white with a little bit of green or anything that's on it there to get a bit of a shadow, and just put in touch. Touch. See how that's making the leaves for you? Good. And this one could be becoming behind that one, or it could be in front of it. Doesn't matter. Okay, so there we go. So make your leaves, petals. Alright. Now if you get a smaller filbert brush, you want smaller pebbles, you get a smaller filbert brush. You might be saying, can you do that with a flat brush? I would say give it a try. Good, and then we'll put the dark center in there. We'll come back and we'll Let's see, where else can we have one? Let's put one up here. There we go. So I'll put a petal up here, touch and pull, touch and pull, touch and pull, touch and pull. Good. And then touch. You can touch and pull or just touch. See what your brush does for you. Good. Okay, now do another one here. Just in between what you already did, just to make it look more full. You're just putting them over what you already did. See, that gives the fullness to it. Oh, sorry about that. Too bad I don't have a camera person to help me out. Anyway, that's it. That's why I'm glad I have my Patreon page now, because I know that some people are going to help support my channel, and then I'll be able to get some help. My Patreon page link is there if you want access to these paintings, full paintings, like full. Like, this is going to be in step by step, probably 6 lessons. But if you want to support my channel for $1 a month, I will make sure that you get the full painting. It might be an hour or whatever, and you'll get them before it comes out on YouTube. So you'll get them before anybody else. And any patterns that you need to my paintings, and all kinds of good stuff there. Then I might be able to put together something nice for nice videos. Make my videos even better again. There we go. We're getting there. And I'm thinking we could have a couple, where I'm just going to do probably something up there just to fill up that spot. So, put it back. I think I'll put something in there just to help guide me. There we go. And I am going to put one here, 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 here. Then just touch, right? Like I said, you can have whatever you want on those, right? And maybe we'll have one more here. Maybe one more here. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Touch, 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 and touch. All right. Touch, touch. I'm going to add a little bit of color to it. Look at that. Yellow. That's cute. Nothing wrong with that. More color the better. You can have red ones and yellow ones and orange ones and whatever you want. You can have them wherever you want. Yeah. Alright. So I think I'm going to let them dry. Some green on here and here and here. Just to get a bit of a darkness in the center here so I can put those yellows on there. Then we'll highlight them. And we'll do whatever touch-ups we need. See where it goes from there. So looking at it, I think we need probably a couple more here. Let's see, let's see. Maybe another one here. Maybe another one. Let's try this one first. The only way you're going to know how it looks if we put them on there and see, you know, because we want to fill them out. We don't want to make them full. They could be sticking out from behind and different things like that. So wherever you put your center, then you can work around it. There we go. Another one was kind of pink, almost a pink color. Isn't that cute? There we go. There we go. Now, another one here, here, Maybe that's overlapping that one. Just touching. And I'm going in between. I already did. Pick up more paint when you need it. As long as you get to the center, it's a lot easier. It's getting more full there now. It's getting more full. Throw a few leaves in there as if there was some in the background. You know, wherever you want them. Just to fill it up, fill up the space. That's better. More full looking. It's cute. That is cute. You can have more or less. Alright, let's let that dry now and put on some of our little last minute details. So, as you can see, it looks pretty nice, and we need to make the table a little shinier looking. Take some blue paint and put on a bit of blue paint here, and it'll sort of give you a, like as if there's a reflection from the pot. Alright, so just to give that shiny look to your table, because the table's pretty black, so you don't want it to be too black. And a little bit of blue. And let's see, gives a kind of a, I'm not pushing very hard because I want to still have some of that dark table still there. So there we go, and the light's coming in on this side, so the shadow will be over there, so let's pull a bit of blue over here. Keep a bit of shadow on the back there. See, that kind of gives it reflection. So if you want to make a reflection, add a bit of brown to that blue, and then just pull in a few of these little streaks, just to think it might be a bit of reflection on the table. There we go. Good. Maybe it's a bit of reflection on the table from the pot. Just a little bit. There we go. Now what we need are some shadows from the leaves coming down off the pot. So just take, because the leaves are green and we just want to darken them to make a shadow, let's take our green color, add a bit of blue to it, and a little bit of, maybe a little tiny bit of brown, just to make a shadow. So we're going to make a shadow as if it's coming down here. Alright, just little streaks. Okay. Let's get those. I want to make sure you can see it. Alright. And we got shadows everywhere. So let's see. There's a little shadow coming out of here. And shadows are funny, so you can certainly play with your shadows and just make them come down. And you got your darks over here, so you can have some shadow maybe right here. Pick up your color, and your shadows can be wherever you want, even though there's light shining in, but underneath you're going to get some shadows from the plants, right? Good. So wherever you think you need shadow. Now that looks really nice. Now don't be too concerned with being exactly like mine, okay? Because you can probably make it even nicer than mine. Because I'm doing a video, so I can't, you know, spend all day picking at this flower and that flower, and you know, some people do, and then they just, you know, time lapse their videos so that, you know, you can see how perfect it is at the end. But I don't want to do it that way. I kind of like doing it the way I'm doing it. Whether it's good or bad, hopefully it's good. I get a lot of good comments from people saying that they can follow along with my videos because I explain everything and that. So that's the way I want to keep it for you. And I think we're going to highlight those flowers, and I think that should do it. And then you can add or take away or do whatever you want with it, okay? So let's just highlight those flowers a little bit, and then I'll let you go. Alright, so let's take our toothpick with our yellow and come in and put some yellows in there, little dots of yellow. Give it a little more of a realistic look. Good. You can even dip it into a bit of white too, it's not yellow enough. There we go. Hopefully you can see that okay. Little dots of yellow. But like I say, you can have any flowers you want. Just doing this for the video. Try to make it easy for you. I think that's not bad. And then I'll take a little bit of white on a clean filbert brush so we can get nice bright highlight. See? Just a little bit here and there. I don't think I'm going to go too crazy. A little bit here and there. Just little touches. And just brightens up a little bit. So, and put a little bit of reddish color on that one. I think adding color is really nice too, you know, instead of having just pure white. Whatever you want to do. And if you got to fix up some of the petals, if they look funny or they don't look right, then just fix them up as you go along. Just touching. Yeah. And just a little bit here. Just going to touch, 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 touch. My brush give me nice petals as you touch. Put a couple in between that one just to fill it out a bit. I better leave them alone. I'm going to make a mess. Like I say, I'm doing a video, so I'm just trying to... There we go. I don't want to time lapse it. I could easily time lapse this and come back and it'll be perfect. But I'm not going to do that. I might do it someday for a bit of fun. I don't know how you feel about that. I might. I love experimenting and having fun with my videos. It's so much fun because you guys are watching and give me fantastic compliments and comments, and you're encouraging me actually. So I think I'm going to call that finished. Like I say, you can finish it whatever way you want to. There we go. A little bit different from this. This is the reference that I used, my flower that I have here. So I use that, and that's the other one that I did. Oops. So they're a little different, but you know, at least you got some techniques and what to use and how to do it, and that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and you can leave a like or a comment below if you have any questions or anything. If you want my patterns or anything like that, just email me at allisonpryor@yahoo.com, and you can send me your paintings too. I love looking at them. So you guys have a great painting day, and I'll see you in the next video. Signing out, Allison Pryor.